Before we get into the globalized era, let's try and understand what globalization is. I define globalization as sourcing capital from where it is cheapest, sourcing human talent from where it is best available, producing where it is most cost effective, and selling where the markets are without being constrained by national boundaries. What is the difference between a globalized corporation and a multinational corporation? By and large, a multinational corporation establishes a subsidiary in a country to produce and sell in that country. On the other hand, a globalized corporation produces for the entire world from a country or from a region. It sells wherever the markets are in the entire world. It lists on a stock exchange which gives it the best valuation. And it sources the required talent from wherever it is available. For a nation to succeed in this kind of paradigm, what are the requirements? One, the corporation must have leaders who can deal with multiple cultures. Second, we should strive at global benchmarking in everything that we do, because our markets are in the most advanced nation. Therefore, our productivity and quality will have to be global quality and global productivity. Our branding will have to be suited to the best markets. Our salespeople will have to learn to sell in those most competitive markets. Our designers will have to understand the aspirations of the users in the most advanced markets. Our human resources people will have to understand how to deal with various cultures. And that's what the challenge for companies like Infosys is today. We need globalization for a very important reason. One, a nation, particularly an emerging nation like India or China for that matter, does not at this point of time have a high disposable income amongst the vast majority of its population. Second, there is a large number of unemployed people in this country. Many of them have good talent. Third, there is a great demand for software or for goods in developed nations. Therefore, if we in India can indeed harness the power of our youth, of our youthful talent, then we can produce goods and services that can indeed be sold in developed markets. Our realization will be high, and therefore we can create large number of good jobs here. There is another important reason why we need globalization. About 600 million people in India or living in rural and semi-urban India. These people contribute about 22 to 23% of our GDP, which means we produce approximately about $300 billion using the services of these 600 million Indians, which means that the per capita revenue productivity of these people is about $500 a year or $40 a month, which means approximately about $1.30 or about 55 rupees to 60 rupees a day. This kind of salary, this kind of revenue cannot make both ends meet. If we want to bring up the access to to education, to healthcare, to shelter and to nutrition for these people, we have to move these people slowly from agriculture to low-tech manufacturing or low-tech services, because these people by and large are either illiterate or semi-literate. We are adding 15 million youngsters to the job market every year, and we are not generating these 15 million jobs. Therefore, we have to perforce depend on exports. Our contribution to exports is approximately about 16 to 17% of our gross domestic product. If therefore we have to take this 16% to perhaps 30% to 35% like China has done, so that we can add an additional $400 billion, thereby improving the earning capacity of these people by 100 to 150%. That is a big challenge that you and I have. And the way we can do this is to make sure that foreign corporations, globalized corporations from different nations, come and set up factories here, come and set up low-tech manufacturing factories here in India, so that our youngsters who are from rural India, who are not well educated, have an opportunity. And that is where I think it becomes extremely important that our government becomes welcoming to this foreign direct investment. Our government reduces friction for these people to come and set up easy factories in India, to create large number of jobs and make India an export base. And therefore, we in India have an extraordinary opportunity to enhance our exports to global markets by having global level quality, global level productivity, global level customer service, etc., etc. And that is where I believe our youth have tremendous opportunity in this globalized era. And that is where you and I, the governments, both at the federal level and the state level, our politicians, our bureaucrats, our academicians, all of us have to come together to create a plan whereby India becomes the most favored nation for setting up huge factories so that our youngsters can indeed get good jobs with good disposable income. I think that in essence is the opportunity for our youth in globalized era.